You're watching KREX 5 News.
Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. Look outside, America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. A little bit overcast, enjoyable in some areas. Wait to see the temperatures around Montrose. Before we get there, though, we are under a flash flood watch. And I say we, this is specific to the Grizzly Creek burn scar. And we could be affected by this if we're traveling through the I-70 corridor and this gets upgraded to a flash flood warning. Now, we do have storms in the area. That possibility does exist this evening. That's what we're watching. But the flash flood watch will continue through at least this evening around the 8 o'clock hour. We could see an extension. But first, let's jump into radar and see kind of a scattered mosaic as of lunchtime. But it was shortly thereafter that things started kicking up. Now, look around Glenwood Springs. We've already had a light shower pass, but incoming, we have more storms from the west moving eastbound about 15 to 25 miles per hour. A lot of these storm cells, and they're highlighted by the darker red. That's the more intense, heavier downpours. Some of these storm cells do have lightning, cloud to ground lightning. Some of them do have gusty wind speeds, and of course, small hail potential is there. But they are moving. That's the good thing. And there's more moving over the Grizzly Creek burn scar. So we're going to be watching this. We have storms just now exiting the DeBeck Canyon, up above actually. And across the Grand Valley, we had some darker clouds coming down off the Uncompahgre around the Glade Park area into the Redlands. I expect within the next hour and a half, we may see one of these blossom up significantly over Orchard Mesa and Clifton. So for the Grand Valley, again, we're not entirely done. We're looking for a significant strike of rain showers, just like what Montrose has been receiving lately. Now, we've had reports of flooding in Moab. We've had some strong wind gusts. Montrose, the wind gusts definitely storm associated, and we're still registering some light rain showers. Highway 50, you need to check CDOT. I don't believe they're open right now. Certainly alternating traffic. But as we get into the evening hours, we still will have some storms busting through. But after the midnight hour, we really lose that opportunity. And we don't eliminate it entirely because we still have tomorrow afternoon, the heat of the day, and we should kick up some storms right around the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hour. But not as widespread as today, certainly not as widespread as yesterday. And it's going to take a little while. It's not going to happen immediately when we dry out our area. Our atmosphere is still going to remain rather muggy. So I think tomorrow, with the increase in temperatures, you're going to feel your evaporative cooler likely going to be stressing, trying to cool you off. But so far, rain totals, ½ an inch for Gunnison, almost ¼ inch for Montrose. So yes, beneficial. And like I said, we may see some changes. We may see some upgrades with the drought monitor as it gets released tomorrow in comparison to what we experienced last week. Now, temperature-wise, look at this. Montrose competing with Gunnison right now with current temperatures in the lower 60s. Yeah, storm-cooled conditions. Still a little bit on the mild side with Grand Junction checking in near the 90-degree mark. As far as high temperatures go for the day, Montrose specific mid-80s, but these are not official yet. But that's a 20-degree drop with these storms, so that's a little bit of relief there. But it comes at a price because we're still breezy right now, almost 25-mile-per-hour wind blast. And you compare that to Grand Junction, 10, 5, barely. Top wind gusts for Grand Junction, hardly getting to the 50-mile-per-hour zone. But lo and behold, look at Montrose, a 50-mile-per-hour wind blast. So we had that blast of wind, we had some cooling, and we have some rain in the bucket, all courtesy of this high-pressure system traversing westward. And it's going to continue moving to the west and choking off its rain supply. And that's going to increase the temperatures. And we're going to have a sort of a collision in the next couple of days. What's going to be the more predominant weather feature? Well, it's going to be the hotter temperatures as we get closer to the end of this week and into the upcoming weekend. Unavoidable, but this does not mean we dry out immediately. So we're going to have some lingering storms for the next couple of afternoons. In fact, I still have a lightning bolt icon for Grand Junction tomorrow afternoon for that very reason. Storms developing over the mesa, for example, and drifting. So again, mountains, mesas, and plateaus, any elevated site for the next 48 hours. That's the next 2 afternoons, Thursday and Friday. That'll be this Genesis site for storms. Tomorrow, there's a better opportunity for drift, but as we get into the weekend, we transition from that flooding hazard and it's more towards a heat hazard. Triple-digit temperatures for Grand Junction. Now, if we do strike those, and again, this is going to be a balance. We do have our high-pressure system over the Four Corners region for this time period, late week and this upcoming weekend. And it's unavoidable that we'll get hot, but we still will get the influence of storms. They just won't be a subtropical tap. We'll have storms to our north, and that's going to help deteriorate our high pressure system. So while we're competing with hotter temperatures, we do lose the more robust storm systems. Widespread, absolutely. Isolated, I think that'll be in the forecast through the weekend. So we are going to be drying. We are going to be heating. Make sure you're prepared. We're getting into a stretch of hot temperatures that we haven't experienced in quite a while because we've taken a back seat with the rain and the storms moving through.